And this is our agenda for today. So as usual, we're going to have we're in Dharma learning mindset, and we'll review our last week. Then we'll have fun with Kahoot, and we'll have break time music with Sayako Jisen after that. Then today, what we're going to learn is to apply Noble Eightfold Path for our daily life so that we are not considered fools. Then we'll end our session with aspirations. Okay, let's have our Dhamma learning mindset together. I like to learn Dhamma. I learn Dhamma well. I enjoy learning Dhamma. I am happy learning Dhamma. Learning Dhamma is the only thing I am focused on at this moment. Yadabero Rodi, Dhamma go, Lolo Jinjin, then you Java go eat. Lina Kamonzwa, then you Java go eat. Then you Jenai, will your nature Java go eat. Then you Jenai, your Shen Java go eat. Lila, then you Jen the Kude Naida, Mimiro Iseko, Tita Susai Java go eat. Okay, so we're going to review what we learned from last week. For those of you who are new here, it will be a little difficult because you don't know what we discussed last week, but it's okay. You just tag along and very soon you will understand. So as usual, I'm going to ask for volunteers if you want to discuss about what you see on the screen. All right, Tami, Michelle, go ahead, me.
On the slide where the girls having like a huddle with their soccer friends, it was the movie we watched last week where she was trying to do the Noble Eightfold Path so that she could be good at soccer, and that was where she was talking about all these things that her teammates didn't understand.
Very good, very good. Okay, so let me show a little piece again, and I would like some more of you to comment on this little video clip.
It's important to play strong and smart, right? But we also know it's more than just about having fun. We have to win.
She's right.
Yes, and in order to do that, we have to show wisdom and display the right ethical conduct. We have to have the right view when observing the field, right? The right intention on where we direct our passes, and the right speech when we communicate to each other.
Where are you going with this?
Right action can also be translated as right conduct. As such, the practitioner should train oneself to be morally upright in one's activities, not acting in ways to bring harm to oneself or harm to others.
In Chinese and Polycan.
Okay, so now there are a few of you who did not finish watching this video clip. There are some of you who watched this video clip. So can anyone else add in any more on this? Who wants to volunteer? Tata Dylan Lee, did you watch the movie to the end? You did.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Dad. Can you give us some idea?
Right action can be referred as right conduct.
Okay. So why do you think I show you this video clip? I want to answer the question. What do you think is the main reason I show you this little video clip? To me, Kathleen?
To learn about the Noble Eightfold Path.
To learn about the Noble Eightfold Path. Very good, me. Tata Ricky?
To understand the Noble Eightfold Path.
To understand the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay. So very good. in fact, a lot of people think that Noble Eightfold Path is advanced level Buddhist philosophy, and it is nothing related to our daily life. Is that true? No, it is not true, right? The Buddhist philosophies, okay, the Dhamma that we're learning is the law of nature. It is the physics, the chemistry, the medicine, the science around us. So it should be true anyway, right? Doesn't matter whether you live in Burma or in the United States or in Singapore, or it doesn't really matter where you live. And it doesn't matter what religion you believe in. That applies to anyone, right? So, and it doesn't matter whether you're a monk or a girl or a boy or an adult or a kid, the same rule, the same law of karma applies. So it doesn't matter whether you are meditating like your mom and daddy is doing, or you don't meditate at all, this Noble Eightfold Path should apply to anyone and everyone. So what we want you to understand is the Noble Eightfold Path can be applied to anything. Where did she use? Did she apply the Noble Eightfold Path for her meditation? No, right? Miranda, what did she use the Noble Eightfold Path for?
To get better at soccer.
To get better at soccer. She's not even doing studies. She's not talking about, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a president or lawyer. She's just focusing on winning for her team, right? So if she can apply this Noble Eightfold Path for soccer team, do you think you can apply it to anything that you do in your life? Yes, right? So that's what we want you to understand. Noble Eightfold Path, yes, if you apply it in meditation, that's the advanced level thing, but it doesn't mean that you can apply it in daily life. Okay, so very good. Tata Thomas?
She also used the Eightfold Path to save her auntie.
That's right. That's right. So very good. So she used that for other purposes also. Very good. Thank you. Okay, very good. So, all right. Now, anyone else want to talk about a few things up here? In fact, we already talked about these prior week also, but these are a little more important that I am repeating the same slide again and again. So anyone, Nolan, you want to volunteer for any slide to me? Tata William? Brian?
So which ones, like number 2, number 3?
Doesn't matter that, whichever one you would like to discuss.
Number 2.
Okay, go ahead, Doc.
Right N22 to N30. Right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration.
All right. All right. Okay, very good. That's the Samadhi. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to answer Kahoot. So for those of you who are not familiar, you're going to download kahoot.it, or you're going to go to kahoot.com and get ready. So if you're going to go to the browser, you're going to type in Kahoot, Kahoot.it. Or if you have an app already, then use the app.
Isn't the picture Black Panther?
All right, so this is a little challenging also. Okay, so there are three parts, right? So Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. And Sila is related to certain number of Mangala Sutta or Mangalas. Samadhi is related to certain numbers of Mangalas, and Panya is related to certain numbers of Mangalas. So Panya has 8 Mangalas related to that. So, but a lot of you got it right. I'm very impressed. Good job. All right, very good. Andrew, Kenneth, Dylan,
Which Sophia?
Kat, and Sophia. All right, very good. Good job, guys. All right, get ready for next question.
Six topics.
Okay, again, also, this is a little challenging too, but if you focus on the slide and remember, or if you have the slide next to you, then you will know. So, all right, let's see. All right, okay. Kaini and Kevin and Hayne, very good, good job. All right. Okay, also this is a little challenging, but we show you that soccer video of the girl. So she applied it by helping other people, her teammates, and she followed what her grandma taught her and apply it in her soccer team. All right, Kaini going up, and William, George, Ted, good job. All right, so the girl is leading, but the rest of the boys. Very good. Okay, this question actually is also a little difficult because theoretically, you're going to have sila. Without sila, your samadhi will not be strong enough. It's not that you cannot do it, you still can do it, but it will not be strong enough. So it will not be as effective. Now, the same thing, if you do not have sila or samadhi, your panya will not be as effective. It's not that you cannot do it. You still can do it, but it will not be effective. Okay, say for example, if you don't finish your high school and you want to go to PhD level class, yeah, you can go sit in there, you can listen, but you might not understand well. Now the same thing if you do not have sila, if you do not practice your 5 precepts. Okay, for example, if someone is killing, stealing, lying, saying bad words, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, they can meditate. Yes, nobody can stop them. Oh, I'm a drug addict, but I want to meditate. That's okay. They will get only certain level of benefit. They're not going to get great benefit, right? That's what it means. So if you're talking about just doing it, you can do anything you want. You can start from the very top level, but it will not be as effective. Okay, so if you really want to do effectively, you got to start from the bottom, right? You got to build up with sila, then samadhi and panya. All right, a lot of you got it right. Very good. All right, so William, Josh, and Ted going up. Okay, Chinese stay up there. Very good. All right, let's go to the next question.
I accidentally misclicked.
Okay, this I asked just to get your opinion on what you think. So it doesn't really matter. I don't really count the score on this. Okay, I want to know what you think about the Buddhist philosophy and what you're learning from your parents or from our class here or from the monk or reading, wherever you learn the Buddhist philosophy from, what you think, right? So 23 of you think that the Buddhist philosophy is out of touch with your daily life, but there are 6 of you who think that, oh, it's nothing related to my life. It is far way out in the space. I don't want to know. So actually, as I just explained before today, the Buddha philosophy is the law of karma. What is law of karma? Law of karma is the law of nature. It applies to anyone. Doesn't matter whether you are a kid or adult. Doesn't matter whether you're black or white or Asian or Chinese, or doesn't really matter. It applies to anyone and anywhere. So the Buddhist philosophy is not at all out of touch. It is just that we don't understand well to apply it, okay? But this question mainly, I want to know about what you think. All right, so let's go to the next question. You'll see like 2-3 questions like this today. So if you get around, don't worry about your score. All right, so about the same. Okay, let's go to the next question. All right, also, this is another question that I want to know what you think, whether you think that the Noble Eightfold Path can be applied in our daily life or not, okay? So majority of you answer yes, you can. And there are 2 of you who answer no, we cannot. All right, so the answer is we definitely can do it, okay? So because Noble Eightfold Path is about our daily life, okay? So that's in fact what we are going to learn today. Okay, let's go to the next question. All right, so it's not changing because we don't count the score. Okay, so this also is another question that really does not count. I just want to know what your opinion is. So Buddhist philosophy focuses on not having greed that it cannot be applied in business. That's not true, okay? You can apply in anything and everything, okay? So Buddhist philosophy can be applied anything, even if you do bad things. Let's say, can I apply Buddhist philosophy when I do business in drug trafficking? Yes, definitely. If I do drug trafficking, I'm doing negative energy, then I will get the negative results. That's Buddhist philosophy. I shouldn't do drug dealing, but if I do it, then I'll be in trouble. So it doesn't matter what you do. You can apply Buddhist philosophy in anything, okay? All right, very good. So the same thing, I just wanted to know what you think is. So there are about half of you who answers say that you can't. You can definitely apply in business, doing business also. All right. This is the last question. Okay, so this basically is asking you about the first one, the first set of first stanza. So not to associate with fools, to associate with the wise, to honor those who are worthy of honors. So there are three, right? So the correct answer is 3. So a lot of you pick 7. So, all right, that's okay. Maybe the question's a little confusing. Very good.
It was.
All right, Chinese. William. Right, okay. Who are the runner-up? John F. All right, very good. Okay, so the topic of our discussion today is how to apply Noble Eightfold Path in our daily life. So as we already knew, the Noble Eightfold Path has the Sila or morality portion, Samadhi or concentration portion, and wisdom or Panya portion. And Sila has 3 things: right speech, right action, right livelihood. Samadhi has 3: right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Panya has 2: right understanding and right thought. It's somewhat boring, isn't it? Right? Even Dylan is yawning like this. Boring, right? So, but let's make it a little bit more interesting and find out how we can apply it in our daily life. Okay, so here, you will see a pyramid. And what do you see here? You have V, M, and S. Okay, now this is related to business. When we do business management, okay, any business management, you go with this pyramid. V stands for vision, okay? M stands for mission, and S stands for strategy. Now, those of you who are interested in business management, this is the basic of any organization. If you form a business organization, if you run your own business, you're going to understand this, okay? Now, remember, you're going to take yourself outside of Buddhism today. We're going to talk about our daily life and business, okay? So we're not going to talk about Buddhism today. We're going to talk about how to manage business, how to manage our daily life, okay? So this VMS is vision, mission, and strategy. Now, let's read together what vision stands for. Vision,
big picture of what you want to achieve. Mission, general statement of how you will achieve the vision. Strategies are ways to fulfill vision in order to reach the vision.
Okay, so if you want to think about your life, or if you're running your own business, okay, or if you want to be a director or manager or CEO of any business, you're going to understand this. Any organization, you have to have a vision. Your school, your furthest hospital, your furthest work, any business has to have these three. And our life, your life, have to have these three also. The vision in your life, okay? Meaning the big picture of what you want in your life. Now, mission is how you will achieve that goal in your life. And strategy is ways to do it. Okay, we don't say one way, okay? Ways to do it. Now, that's what we need to know in your life. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So try to remember vision, mission, and strategies. Now, under the strategies, you have a few others subtopic like goals, objective, action plans. We're going to talk about that later. Okay, so I'm sure you have heard about all these. What is your goal? What's the objective? What's your action plan? So we'll talk about that later. Okay, what is your big vision? A vision is a big picture of what you want to achieve. So someone tell me, what is your vision in your life? Who wants to volunteer? Talk about your vision in your life. Patrick, go ahead now.
Well, so I guess my vision is so that I can break one of the world records so that I can be held in one of the world record books.
Wow, great, Patrick. That's a great vision. It's a huge, gigantic vision. Patrick wants to break one of the world's records. So that's good. That's a good vision. Now, when you have a vision, it doesn't have to be specific. A vision is just like what Patrick said. I want to break a world record. Okay, you don't have to say, I want to break a world record by reading a gazillion words in a minute, or type in 800 words in a minute, or I want to run 30 miles in 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be specific, right? That is the vision.
Yeah, I think I might be able to type 800 in.
You are absolutely right. I am just exaggerated. Okay. But on the other hand, you remember that's how you break the world record, right? So if you read all these people who are breaking the world record, before them, people thought that, oh, it's impossible, but they did it, right? So yes, I exaggerate a little bit, but that's how you can break the world record. So very good, Patrick, thank you. So that is the vision. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now let's say the overall, no matter what you want to be, eventually what you want a happy life, right? You want an easy life. Now, raise your hand if you want a horrible life. I want a difficult life. I want to be poor. I want to be tortured. I want to be imprisoned. Anyone, raise your hand. No one, right? No matter whether you want to break the world record or you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be president, you want to work for McDonald's, doesn't matter. Everybody wants what? Everybody wants a happy life, easy life, right? So now let's say that's our vision, to have happiness or to be happy and to have happy and peaceful life, right? Doesn't matter what you do, right? You may be lazy and all you want to do is just play games. Why? Because you're happy playing games and you're peaceful when you're playing games, isn't it? Wouldn't that be nice? Someone will feed you like your mom and dad is doing today, give you food, send you to school. All you do is play games and be happy and peaceful, right? Well, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit. You can't do that lifelong. But no matter what you do, though, each and every one of us, what we want is the happy and peaceful life. We all agree? All of you agree, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Okay, so let's say that's our vision. That's vague though, right? That is not specific. We're saying we all want to be happy. We will all want to be peaceful. That's our vision. Now let's see if we want to say a little bit more. Basically, we all want to be wealthy. We all want to have certain amount of money, because we all know that without money, you can buy much stuff. You can buy games that you want to play. You can go to Disneyland or Disney World, or you can go to all the theme parks that you want, or you can enjoy the clothes, the food, or house that you want. You want to be stylish. You want to be respected. And you want to be stress-free. Okay? So that's the life that we want. So that's our vision for now, right? For everybody's life. Doesn't matter whether you are a Buddhist or not. When you may be an atheist, you may be a Muslim, you may be a Christian, right? You may be white or black. Doesn't matter. We all want this. We all want to be wealthy, healthy, happy, stylish. People respect me, right? And carefree, stress-free. That's what we all want, right? You don't want to have pressure of, oh, there's a deadline, there's an exam tomorrow, there's a test tomorrow. Hey, Miranda, finish this. You're going to finish 200 eggs all today. And you're going to do 50 pages of Kumon. Oh, my goodness. Right? Nightmares. You don't want that. Right? You just want to be chit-chatting with your friends on TikTok or whatever you use. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, right? That's our vision. We want easy life, happy life. Okay, now we're going to go to mission. Mission is general statement of how you will achieve the vision. Well, to get that kind of easy, happy life, you just can't be sitting at home and playing games. Will you become wealthy? No, right? Even you play games, you have stress, right? Because you want to win. If you lose, what happened? You feel really sad, right? I'm sure you have felt this multiple times. You play games and you lost. You play another game, you lost. After like 4 or 5 times, oh my goodness, I'm having a bad day. Now you throw temper tantrum, right? You yell at your mom and dad and your brother and sister, and you kick the pussycat. That's bad, isn't it? Right? So for us to get our vision, we're going to have a mission. Mission, how you will achieve that, right? So then a lot of us will have to have what? A job, right? Brian, go ahead now.
Never mind.
Okay, all right. So we have to have a profession. We have to have a job. So now that job also has to be something good, right? Now, would you rather be one of these? Oh, what is this? What is this guy? What does this guy do?
People? No, that's an animal.
What is this guy doing?
Wait, I can't hurting you.
He's a butcher.
He's a butcher. He's killing a cow, right?
A poultry.
So yes. So that's what he does every day. He kills hundreds and hundreds of cows. Would any one of you want to be in this kind of profession? Please don't.
No, that's killing a living being.
Exactly. Not only that, it's horrible, right? All you do the whole day is the machine. So have you ever watched these movies about how to kill cows? So the cow actually is dangling like this, and machine, one come. So his job is to actually cut the neck here and let the blood come out. So that's what he does. He does it like for thousands of cows every day. That is horrible, right? Hopefully none of you want that kind of job. And even if you have to do it, say no. So I would rather you have a mission through any one of this or outside of this, but not something similar to this. That's a horrible profession. That's a horrible mission, right? Horrible profession, horrible job. So let's say we're going to pick one of this, whichever one, or maybe even out of this. So the mission is how you will achieve the happy and peaceful life, which is your vision. So the vision is to have happy and peaceful life. And the mission talk about how you will do that. Okay, so it's through a profession of your choice, right? So it's not, rather not this, rather one of this or something similar. Okay, now for the sake of discussion, let's pick a profession. So let's see, Patrick, what kind of profession would you like? You're raising your hand.
Well, can I choose more than one?
Can you choose more than one? Yes, you may, but it's not a very good idea, and you will learn today why. I'll tell you why a little later, okay? Yes, you may, but it may not be the best idea. Brian, go ahead,
Like a builder.
A builder? Okay, very good. A builder. Anyone else?
Also, I also know why you shouldn't pick more than one.
Okay, good. You want to go ahead and talk about it then?
You'll be too stressed and too much work.
Very good, very good. Okay, and someone else raised. Okay, Thomas, stop.
I want to be like a designer or a creator because, like a creator in gaming.
All right, creator in gaming. I like that. Very good. All right, Sarah.
I want to be an engineer.
You want to be an engineer? All right, very good. Michelle, to me.
I want to be a biologist.
You want to be a biologist. Okay. All right. So let's see what I picked for the discussion today. Oh, look like Thomas knew my mind.
Oh dear.
So let's say we all want to be a video game developer, like Thomas does. Okay. So we're going to talk about that just for the sake of discussion. So yeah, I know some of you girls are like, no, I don't want it. But the boys are like, yeah, not a bad idea.
Hey.
All right. Okay. So let's see, how are you going to apply that? How are we going to apply that Noble Eightfold Path for you to become a video game developer? Okay. So how are we going to apply this VMS, vision, mission, and strategies here? And how will we relate that to our Noble Eightfold Path? So that's what we're going to learn today. Okay, so let's see. All right, so when you look at this VMS, so what is our vision here? Read this for me.
Wealthy, stylish, respected, stress-free.
Yes, we want wealthy, stylish, respected, and stress-free life. So that's our vision. Right? Doesn't matter what we do, that's what we want. We all want it. Now, we picked a profession that we want to get there through this. I want to be a very successful video game maker or developer. All right? Now, what are the strategies? How am I going to get here? Okay? So let's talk about it. Who want to talk about what do you think the strategies will be to get here so that we can get there? So what should be our strategies? What should we do? I would expect boys to discuss this. All right, Thomas, why don't you discuss it? Because you are the one who want to be the video game designer. Go ahead, Dad.
Well, if you want like strategies, then you could get like ideas from like Scratch or other coding games, like a Python and all.
All
But
right.
it's really complicated. But if you go to like a place where you can like build actual things like in 3D, then you can totally make your own game, or you can
Very
make
good.
it.
Very good, Dad. Thank you. All right, Kathleen, to me, go ahead, me.
You can think of the genre, like if it can be a building game or a fighting game.
Okay, very good. Very good. Anyone else? Who else want to be in this kind of like computer engineering or designing all these games or animation? Anyone else? Patrick.
So, like, I have no idea on what to say.
That's okay, that. No worry about it. No worry about it. Okay, that Brian. Brian, that.
Like you can like go to a college and see what they develop,
Okay.
like developing and coding.
All right.
You can focus on that.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's see what we can do to get there. All right. So what are your strategies? So read this for me. Strategies.
Strategies are ways to fulfill mission, profession in order to reach the vision. Wealthy, stylish, respected, stress-free life. Goals. These are general statements of what needs to be accomplished to implement a strategy. Objectives. Objectives provide specific milestones with a specific timeline for achieving a goal. Action plans. These are specific implementation plans of how you will achieve an objective.
Okay. So the strategies are the ways to get you to where you want. So if you want to be a video game maker or designer or developer, what you first need to do is you got to read some books that make money as a game developer or inside the video game industry, or you got to go listen to those forums like 30 most active gaming forums, right? So first of all, you got to get some idea about how can I become a great video game maker, right? So to get that idea, you're going to read those books, or you're going to talk to people who are in that business, right? This is because we're talking about becoming a video game designer. If you want to be a doctor, you're going to talk to doctors, or you're going to talk to students who are in medical school, right? If you want to be an engineer, you're going to talk about engineering. You're going to listen to other engineers, right? You want to become a biologist, you will want to read about those biology books and watch the movies and YouTube videos and that. So you're going to do things that are related to your goals. You're going to do things that are related to the profession that you want in life. Okay. All right. So let's relate that to Noble Eightfold Path. Okay. So now I just talked about you're gonna have connection with experienced game developers in the industry. Now that's the right speech, right? You're gonna talk to right person. Let's say you want to be a video game developer and you're talking to a homeless guy in the town. Do you think you'll get an idea about how to make a video game from that homeless guy?
Yes.
No, right? So you got to know who to talk to. That's the right speech, right? You got to, even if you, let's say you talk to your friends online on that TikTok or YouTube, whatever software or program you use, you're going to find other people who have the same interests with you, right? So if you hang out with people who have different interests than you are, you're not going to gain anything about your profession. So then learning different programming languages, like Thomas said, that's also the right speech. Attending game developer forums, that is the right action. Learning about animation or programming, that will be the right action also. So you're going to have right action and right speech. Okay, so now here you got a pyramid with all VMS. So your life vision is you want to be a wealthy, stylish, well-respected, stress-free person. And you want to get there through becoming a very successful video game developer. Now, to get there, you're going to talk to leaders or people who already make money in that game industry. You're going to learn different programming languages. You're going to attend game developer forums, and you're going to learn animation and so on and so forth. Now, all right, so how are we going to apply the Noble Eightfold Path for our daily life to get to this vision through this profession or mission through these strategies? All right, so now let's look at these two pictures. What do you see? Who want to answer this question? What do you see on these two pictures? Who are you? Dylan Lee from San Francisco.
One picture is a girl in front of a computer playing the piano, and one of them is on the floor laying down.
Okay, what do you think? What do you make out of these two pictures? And who are you today? Are you here or are you here? You don't have to answer. I will ask Hainted. That's not Hainted. Where are you today? And what do you think?
I'm the bottom one.
You are the bottom one. Thank you for being honest. Okay. So how about you, William? Are you up here or are you down here?
Up there.
You're up here. Good job. All right. Okay. Patrick?
I just wanted to discuss about this one up here and that one down here.
Okay, go ahead, Pat.
So so this actually reminds me of someone making some kind of video game, and this reminds me of someone playing a game.
Good. Okay.
It's like this game.
All right. Okay, so if you want to be a video game developer, if you want to design games, so Thomas, you want to be a video game maker or designer, where should you be? Should you be here or should you be here?
Top left.
The top left, right? But where are you? Are you here or there? So a lot of you are here. Will you ever become a video game designer and fulfill your mission and vision by just playing a game like this guy? Ever? No, right? But that's where a lot of you are. Okay, you say, I want to design video games. That's why I'm playing games. What do you get out of it? Nothing. What you get is your eye strains, your shoulders are tense, you're angry because you lose game, or you're killing, fighting. Then you yell at your mom or dad or your brother and sister and kick your little pussycat. So that's where you're at. So get out of that and try to get to this place. So by the way, she's not playing piano. She is actually recording a sound. So about the game, okay? I can spend another 1 hour talking about how games are designed these days, but this is not the topic here today. So, but what I want to tell you is that whatever you want to be, in this case, you want to be a video game designer and you just can't be playing games. You're going to be making games, right? If you're playing games, you're wasting your time. You are not going to fulfill your mission. You will never get your vision, okay? Now, if you are here, your vision become a daydream. That will never accomplish, okay? Whereas, if you're here, That is your vision. Okay, there's a big difference, right? Even though we talk about dream big, well, you cannot stop there. You just can't dream big and leave there. Yeah, you dream big a little bit, but you're gonna do it. You're gonna act on it, right? So now, let's look at this again. The question is, where would you rather be? Now let's look at this. Are they not having fun? Yes, they are. It's a lovely family, right? The son and the father, they both are having fun. Isn't that great to have a great, happy family? Yes. But the problem is what? They are playing games. Now, some of you may know these guys. Who are these guys?
Pokemon Go make gold.
Yes, these guys are Japanese, the main guys. And these guys are the ones who make the game that most of you guys play. Most of you guys love these games, right? Pokemon Go, very famous. They make millions and millions of money. So now, would you rather be like these guys? I'm sure they're happy, right? Because they make millions of money. Whereas they're happy too, but the happiness is different, right? Can you be like this forever? No, right? Yes, for that moment you're happy, but you cannot be playing game lifelong like this. Whereas these guys are making games and making millions of money, and they want you to play. The more you play, the more money they make. Right? That's where you want to be. You would rather be here than there. Right? Yes, if you have your own family, you want to play some game with your daddy, maybe once in a while, but you don't want to be playing games all the time. Right? So, all right. So let's see. Now, let's apply that Noble Eightfold Path that we know of to our daily life. So, again, this is our vision. We want to be wealthy. We want to be respected. We want a stress-free life. Right? That is our intention in our life. Then next is we're going to concentrate on our profession and intention up here. So to get there, remember, you got to go through this profession. So you got to focus, you got to concentrate. So Patrick, that you cannot have several professions, right? So let's say I want to be a video game developer. On the other hand, I want to be a lawyer. On the other one, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut. Yeah, you can be a million different. You can be in a million different professions, but you are never going to be a great person in one. So there is a very well-known saying, jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, so that's an English proverb, meaning if you do too many things, you're a jack. So you jack of all trades means he does a lot of business, but he does not master anything. So you will become like that one. So what you need to do is you got to concentrate. So when you say concentrate meaning you focus very sharply, right, on the profession and your intention, what you want in your life. So what you want in your life is this, right? Or you want to be a video game developer, but what you're doing is like this. Will you ever get there? Never, right? So you're going to have strong concentration. So right intention, right concentration, right? Now, this should be a right livelihood to get here, right? Remember about the butcher. Now, if you are a butcher here, will you ever get here or here? Never, right? So that's why the right livelihood is very, very important too, right? Okay. Now, the other triangle, what do we have? We're going to have the right view. And right mindfulness, what is right mindfulness here? It's constantly analyzing if speech and actions are in line with the right view. Now, for you to have the right livelihood or great profession of your choice, you're going to be communicating, learning, meaning you're going to have right speech and right action. Okay, to get here, you need this. So these are hand in hand, right? This side of the pyramid and this side of the pyramid is hand in hand. If you don't have this, you're never going to get here. You agree with that? Yes? Yeah, okay. Now, you have this. Now you're going to be mindful of these, because this mindfulness link between your right speech and right action with your right view. You're going to have the right view. So your view is that, yes, I want to be rich, but I just want to play a game. Is that a right view? Thomas. Not at all, right? So you are in the class, but you're listening to other songs. Is it the right view? No, it is not. Right? You pretend that you're reading schoolwork, or you're doing IXL, or you're doing Kumon, or you're doing SAT, whatever you should do. But what you're actually doing is playing game on a different web page. Are you having the right view? No, you're not, right? So because you're not mindful, if you don't have right mindfulness, now you lost your right view, and you're not actually doing the right action. And then you'll not be doing right speech either, because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your parents, right? So for that, these are related. You're gonna have mindfulness always, so that you don't lose your view, the right view, and you don't lose your right speech and right action. Okay, now these are related. Now what is left? There are Noble Eightfold Path. So what is left here? Ricky. So we got right action, right speech, right livelihood, right concentration, right intention, right view, right mindfulness. What is left here? Paint that.
Right effort.
Right effort, right? So let's see how we'll put that. That. Okay, so why is that? Because you're gonna put right effort in everywhere. Okay, let's say I want to be a game developer, but I'm lazy. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to learn any programming language. I don't want to do any designing. All I want to do is stay home and play game and eat and sleep. Are you having the right effort? No. Right? The same thing if you want to do any of these, you want to put effort into it, right? Now, why a lot of right effort up here is this is a higher level, opinion level. The right intention and right view, you need your higher level intellectual. You're going to go to like college and university. So you're going to put a lot of effort there, right? And you're going to put certain effort up here. Well, right speech and right action, you don't have to put too much effort, but you still have to put some, right? Now, this will complete our Noble Eightfold Path in your daily life. Now, I'm just giving you an example about to become a video game developer. Now, you can say anything you want in your life, right? You want to be an actress. Sophia Wu, is that what you want? What do you want to be, Sophia Wu?
An entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur, that's actually exciting, right? We're talking about business here, right? So the vision, the mission and strategy, that's what we're talking about to do business and entrepreneur. So you can apply that entrepreneurship, okay, through this Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, now this is your homework, all of you. When you come back next week, I want you to submit a plan like this on the profession you want in life. Now, some of these you can just say, so my intention is also the same thing as I want to be wealthy, I want to be respected, I want a stress-free life. That's fine. Okay, but you cannot pick the same, oh, I want to be a game developer, I'm going to write everything exactly the same as this. No, I will not accept that. Okay, so you can pick any profession of your choice, and I want you to submit. And all of you know my email. Okay, so you can email that to me before the class. The paper is due before the class. For those of you who do not know my email, I'll put that in the chat box soon. Okay, all right. So this is an example of how you apply Noble Eightfold Path in your daily life, how to plan your life, how to plan your day. Okay, so it doesn't matter what profession you want. You can be in any profession. You should be able to apply Buddhist philosophy in your daily life. Now, did we ever talk about anything about meditation here? No, right? We did not talk anything about meditation here. We're talking about our life, and we can apply the Noble Eightfold Path. So for those of you who initially thought that, oh, Buddhist philosophy are out of touch with life, that is not true. Okay, I will repeat, Buddhist philosophy are the law of karma, the law of nature. It applies every way, anyway, anytime. Okay. So this is what you get. So our Noble Eightfold Path starts here, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right? So that's your bottom here. That is your Sila portion. Is that correct? Yes, right? So remember Sil McBee, S-A-L. Then come the effort here, E, S-A-L-E. Right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, okay? Followed by McBee, MC, right mindfulness, right concentration, VI, right view, and right intention, okay? So this is a beautiful picture of how you apply, how you fit in all these Noble Eightfold Path in your daily life or in your normal routine life, not talking about Buddhism, not talking about prayers. So nothing's included here, right? We're not talking about Mangala Sutta. But for you not to become a fool, you're going to know how to apply that Noble Eightfold Path in your life. Okay? So if you can apply like this, only then you will be considered wise. Only then you'll be considered not foolish. If not, you are a fool. All right. Raise your hand. How many of you think you can do that homework and can submit next week? It's not that difficult. Okay? If you need help, let me know and let your parents know. And I will put up the video on Facebook and YouTube so that you can watch again if you need to. Okay? All right, very good. You can put your hands down. Tata Zach, you have a question?
Yeah. How do we submit the
Okay, don't worry about it. I will put my email that you can submit on. So let me find chat. Okay, now you got my email in the chat box, and if you don't see it, I'll tell you at the end again. All right, so let me move on a little bit. Okay, now here's a question. Is Noble Eightfold Path a step ladder? Now, you might see some of the pictures like Noble Eightfold Path, a step ladder. What do you think? Is that a step ladder or not? Patrick, though.
Well, I think that is a step letter because only because I remembered watching that other movie that shows a star. Actually, so I think it's not. I think the eightfold path is not a step ladder because I think it is a star, like the star that was shown in that 37 minutes movie.
All right. Okay, very good. So let's see. All right. So let's look at this picture. Noble Eightfold Path is not a step ladder. So all these 8 elements in that Noble Eightfold Path, they are all related. So let's look at it. So here we start with right speech. Now this right speech definitely is related to right action, but it's also related to right thought. But it's also related to everything and anything in that Eightfold Path. So look at all these paths. So don't think like, okay, only after I have accomplished right speech, I'll get the right action, only then I'll get the right livelihood. That's not correct. Right? Jackson, you have a question, Dali?
No.
No? Okay, all right. Okay, very good then. So what you need to do is you need to see the big picture. You need to see all. You need to have the right vision. Okay, the overview, what we call bird eye picture. Just like you're on an airplane. From the airplane, you look down, you see everything, the whole world, up to the horizon, if the weather permits, right? Now, but if you're standing on the ground, you don't see everything. So, but if you're in the air like a bird or on an airplane, you see the big picture. Now, the same thing, you're going to see the whole big picture of the 8 elements. All are related. Okay, so when you submit paper to me, you should not be telling me that, okay, I'll finish this, then I will do this. Rather, okay, these are things that I will do to get my profession, and I'll be doing this and this. So Noble Eightfold Path is not a step ladder. All those are related to each other. All right. Okay. Now, how many of you memorized this already? Raise your hand. Okay. Tata, did you, Tata Megan Shaba Loyala? Okay, raise your hand again, all of you. How many of you memorized this already? I want to see hand.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So there are many of you who have not memorized this yet. And I have already given you a mnemonic, and I'm sure you have memorized in English. At least how many of you memorized in English? Let's forget about Pali now. How many of you memorized in English? Good. Okay. So SAIL MACB, right? Right speech, S stand for speech, E stand for action, L stand for livelihood, E stand for effort, M stand for mindfulness, C stand for concentration, V stand for view, and I stand for intention, V stand for vision. So, all right. So a lot of you memorize in English. So at least I want you to memorize in English. And the Pali, we're going to go over that today. So under Sila, we have right speech. So the word right in Pali, you will notice that all start with Samma, right? So Samma, 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 every single element of Noble Eightfold Path has the right portion. Okay, so right speech, Samma Vasha. So remember in Pali, C is pronounced like church, like C-H-U-R-C-H, church. So Vacha. samavasha. And the right action, samakamanda. Sama ajiwa is livelihood, ajiwa. Right effort, samavayama. Right mindfulness, samasati. Samadhi is right concentration. Right view or right vision is samadhi. Right intention is samasankappa. Okay, repeat after me. Right speech.
Right speech.
Samawasa.
Samavasa.
Right action.
Right action.
Samakamanda.
Samakamanda.
Right livelihood.
Right livelihood.
Sama ajiwa.
Ajiwa.
Right effort.
Right effort.
Samavayama.
Samavayama.
Right mindfulness.
Right mindfulness.
Samasati.
Samasati.
Right concentration.
Right concentration.
Samasamadhi.
Samadhi.
Right vision or right view.
Right vision or right view.
Samadhi.
Samadhi.
Right intention.
Right intention.
Samasankappa.
Samasankappa.
All right, all of you read now.
Right speech, samavasa. Action, samakamanda.
Right livelihood, samavasa. Right effort, samavaya. Right mindfulness, samasati. Right concentration, samasamadhi. Right vision, samadhi. Right intention, samasankappa.
All right, very good. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go even a little bit more advanced. So this is for, in fact, for me and for your parents, and for those of you who wants to be a doctor or a nurse or in medical profession. Raise your hand. How many of you want to be in healthcare profession? Doesn't matter whether you're a doctor or nurse or paramedic, anything. Raise your hand. I want to see how many of you are interested in medical field, any medical field, like biologist, nutritionist, any healthcare setting. A lot of you. That's great. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you how we apply Noble Eightfold Path in medicine. Okay, this is real stuff. Okay, I didn't make this up. So in fact, this is not mine. This actually I took it from the Research Institute. So this is what they apply Buddhist philosophy in our treatment of diabetes. So a lot of you may know what diabetes is. So diabetes is one of the most common disease all over the world today, more so in this country. Why is that? Why is diabetes very common these days? Those of you who raise your hand to be in medical profession, answer that question. Hang tight that.
Because people eat unhealthily.
Very good. Because we eat garbage. We gobble a lot of garbage food. Andrew.
Because in America, there's like more fast foods.
Yes, we eat a lot of fast food. We eat ready-made food processed with chemical. So the problem in this country is starvation?
No.
No, the opposite of starvation. What is that? What happens if you eat too much, Sophia?
Obesity.
Obesity, right? Nolan to me?
High blood sugar.
High blood sugar? Yeah. So because we eat too much, so we get high blood sugar, we become obese, we are overweight, right? So that's the common problem these days, all over the world. Even in part of Burma, it is happening. In this country, because food is so much that we can't control our mouth, right? We can't control our eyes because you're gonna watch a screen, play games, or be in Facebook or YouTube or whatever software that you prefer. So you can't control your eyes and you can't control your mouth. You're gonna eat and eat and eat and eat. You can't control your ears. You're gonna listen to some type of music somehow, or chit-chatting with your friends, right? Those are the three things that is controlling you today. And because of that, we are in trouble, right? Look at all of us, glasses, because a lot of you are wearing glasses. Some of you wear glasses at nighttime, or some of you are wearing contacts. So that's because you're glued to all these little iPhone and iPad and tablet, this and that. And you don't do any exercise. You grow this way. Right? Instead of you growing vertically, you're growing horizontally. Right? Then you have this high sugars, obese, you become diabetic. So when that happens, how do we apply this Noble Eightfold Path? Now here you have the right view and right intention. Read this for me. In diabetic care, what is the meaning of right view or right intention? Read this for me. Knowledge?
Knowledge about diabetes and its management. Keep a positive
outlook. Resolve to pay attention to health.
health. Seek information
And empowerment to self-care skills.
Okay. All right. Let's stop that. So now the right view and right intention in this aspect, as a patient, as someone who is obese, someone who has diabetes, someone who has high blood sugars, what they need to understand, what they need to have the right view or right understanding and right intention is to have knowledge about their disease, to have knowledge about diabetes and its management. And you're gonna keep a positive outlook. And you're gonna resolve and pay attention to health, look for information, and you empower in self-care case, meaning you're gonna know how to take care of your body, yourself. All right, now let's see, how do we apply this SILA, the right speech, right action, and right livelihood in the diabetic management? Read this all three for me. Avoid
spreading or listening to myths and misconceptions. Seek clarity and knowledge. Lifestyle modification, monitoring clinic visits, medication, and insulin. Avoiding unhealthy habits such as sedentary lifestyle and abstain from alcohol, smoking, or substance abuse.
Okay, so you will notice that because this is the management of a disease as a patient, things are a little different. So the right speech is you're avoiding spreading or listening to the myth. So there are a lot of myths about diabetes, okay? So, all right, if you eat this kind of herbal plant came in from Timbuktu, your diabetes will be gone, all right? So those kind of things, you will, if you work in medical field, you will hear that a lot. I have a lot of patients who don't take the medicine that we prescribe. So are you taking medication? And they initially say yes. And after like 10, 15 minutes of talk, that, yeah, I stopped taking your medicine because my brother-in-law sent me this herbal thing from his country and I'm trying that and it's working great. And next 6 months, you know that that guy got a stroke, okay? Or end up in hospital with very high sugars. So you're gonna avoid spreading those kind of wrong information or listening to those kind of myth and misconception, right? And you're gonna seek clarity and knowledge. So that's actually, it's the right speech. Now the right action is you're gonna do lifestyle modification. If you're a couch potato playing games the whole day, you're gonna leave your couch, start biking, start jogging, right? Doing exercise. Now that's the right action. Okay, you're gonna make sure that you go to clinic visit and see your doctor regularly and talk to your dietitian. Take your medication, take your insulin. Now, right livelihood, avoiding unhealthy habits such as sedentary lifestyle and abstaining from alcohol, smoking, substance abuse, right? So that is the right livelihood for a diabetic patient, right? Now let's see what the Samadhi portion apply to diabetic care. right effort, and right mindfulness. Read this for me. Stay
Stay sincere with your efforts in disease management. Take control of your mind, nurture and develop good habits, and let go of bad habits. Always be conscious, aware of what was one doing. Stay in the moment. Best meditation or dhyana, just the management.
Okay. So the right effort, what kind of effort do you have to put in managing your diabetes? Okay. So you're going to be sincere and put in effort. Without any effort, your diabetes is not going to get better. You're going to take control of your mind. Remember, diabetes is all about eating too much and not exercise, right? What does your mind tell you? Your mind tell you to play games and not get up and not go out. These days, because you're on Zoom always, you don't want to go out and play basketball like you used to. You don't want to go out and run around your bike. What you want to do is sit, talk to your friends on Zoom or on TikTok or Tumblr, right? And play games. Guess what happened? Every single one of you gained like maybe 10 pounds since COVID happened. Sophia, who is, nah, not me. I take care of myself. I take good care of my image. So great job. But a lot of us gain weight, right? That's because we became couch potato. Now, imagine if you were ever diabetic even before the COVID. Now you're sitting and not doing any exercise. What would happen to your sugars? Go up, right? So you're going to take control of your mind. Nurture and develop good habits and let go of the bad habits. If you like soda, you're going to let go of it. If you like chocolate, you're going to let go of it, right? Right mindfulness. Always be conscious and aware of what one is doing. Stay in the moment. What does it mean by stay in the moment? Who want to answer that question? Jackson. Stay in the moment.
Focus.
Yes, focus, right? Stay in the moment mean, oh, say Mimiline is teaching me Noble Eightfold Path, but my mind is thinking about playing that game on next trend. As soon as my daddy leave and go to the bathroom, I'm going to click on that website. Is that staying in the moment? No, right? Stay in the moment means you're focused on what your goal is, what you want to accomplish, right? But a lot of you you're on Zoom listening to your teacher, but you have another website where you're chit-chatting with your friend. You have another website where you're looking at YouTube, and you have another website where you're playing all this music. Are you in the moment? No, you're not, right? So that is very important to be in the right moment. The right concentration. Remember, stress is very important in managing diabetes and blood sugar. If you are stressed, your sugar go up. Now, for you to manage your diabetes, if you meditate and you have great concentration, you can manage diabetes better. So again, I will admit that this is a little advanced for you, but what I want you to learn is we apply as doctors the Noble Eightfold Path in managing diabetes. Okay, I repeat, this is not what I made up because I'm a Buddhist. This is not what I made up because I want you to learn about Noble Eightfold Path. This is what we learn and this is what we practice in certain institutions. Okay, now if medical institutions are applying this Noble Eightfold Path, you should be able to apply that in your daily life. Okay, so don't think like, oh, he is teaching us and because he's a doctor, he's making us do it. No, right? This is part of your life. If you know Noble Eightfold Path and if you apply in what you want to be in your life will be beautiful. You will get your vision. Okay, you'll have a great mission and you'll have strategy. So that's what I want you to come up with for your homework. You gotta have a great vision and how to get there through what profession as your mission and what are your strategies? How are you going to apply all these 8 elements in place? Okay, so I will be reviewing each and every one of those and I will send it out to your parents who rank the top. So I want each and every one of you to do that as homework for next week. Okay, so applying to your life goal. So here are some options, but you can do anything outside of these. I want to be a doctor. I want to be president of the United States. I want to be a video game developer. I want to be a programmer. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an animator. I want to be a successful business owner. Okay, anything you want. Okay, you should be able to apply Noble Eightfold Path to any of this. Okay, look at this. What do you notice?
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
This is Animal Crossing, right? A lot of you play this. Raise your hand if you never play Animal Crossing. Even I play it a little bit.
Yeah, we know that's me.
So, yeah, I played one. My kids are playing. I looked at it and I tried, but I failed. So, but anyway, so even if you do this game, you should be able to apply Noble Eightfold Path in this. So that's what I want you to do, right? Okay.